guys, it's Shauna Bernard and I'm welcoming you back to our next episode of GGTV. Today we are talking about COVID-19. Whoa, the pandemic is real. It is hitting all of us. Today I'm really happy that I have my very good friend Nicole, Dr. Nick as we like to call her. She works in the healthcare system and she's right in the middle of this. So we're going to get right down to the bare bones of what's going on, how we can protect ourselves, how we can stay safe. So Nicole and I actually breed dogs together. We breed these lovely Finnish Lapin Hounds, and that's how we know each other. We have a great relationship. I'm gonna let Nicole explain a whole bunch of stuff to you. I'm gonna let her introduce herself so that we have a real professional talking about this serious problem in the world right now.
Thanks, Shauna, and thanks for inviting me. Always good to come out here and play with my friends, especially seeing Pesky here, who's from Finland, by the way. So what is COVID-19 and what is this pandemic that we're dealing with? Well, COVID-19 is a coronavirus, and coronaviruses are responsible for lots of different types of colds and respiratory conditions and flu-like things. But what the problem with this one is it's a different one that is causing a really severe respiratory infection in people.
Nicole, how is it actually different?
It's different because its death rate is much higher. So the average flu that people get, the rate of dying from the flu in the civilized world is about 0.1 to 0.01% of people. So not a lot of people that get the flu actually die from it. But what we're seeing with this virus is that more people are dying. So they think we might be seeing about 1% of the people that get this virus may actually be dying from it. And if you're older and have a lung infection or lung issues, other diseases, or immune compromise, if you have cancer or something like that, your chances of dying if you get this infection can be as high as 3 to 4%.
It's so high. So thank you so much, Nicole. That was very enlightening. One question that I actually have is why is it spreading so rapidly around the world?
Well, any of these viruses are spread by things like touch, by people coming into contact with each other, by coughing on each other. They're spread through the respiratory system, so you can get little particles that are basically in your mucus. You spit, things like that. So they're very easy to be contracted by other people. And unfortunately, a lot of the world is so condensed right now and people live so close together that if you have any of these viruses around, it's very easy to spread them from one person to the next. And that's why we talk about self-isolation and social distancing, because the only way to stop these viruses from spreading in people is to break that cycle and make sure people are separated enough and stay at home when they're sick so we don't contract it and spread it to other people in the community.
Super important. Separation, super important. So tell me, Dr. Nick, who exactly is at the highest risk of the pandemic?
So we estimate probably in Alberta that about 70% of the people will probably get the virus. But not everyone is going to get sick. The majority of people are going to have probably very mild flu-like symptoms. So a cough, a dry cough, a fever is very noticeable in this disease, and often a shortness of breath. But the people that have lung disease already, that are elderly, that have had any sort of trauma to their lungs throughout their life, those are the ones that we're actually going to really see needing hospital intervention.
So someone like with COPD or something like that?
Exactly. And also your population that is immunocompromised. So those people that are going through chemotherapy, recovering from cancer treatments. So those are the people that we really have to watch out for because they're the ones that are going to need the help of the ICUs and ventilators.
What exactly can we do to help? Like, what can we do?
So there's actually a lot that everyone can do. And then the first thing is we've issued a state of emergency in Alberta and other parts of Canada right now. We've closed the borders to prevent people from traveling in and out and possibly spreading the viruses quickly. Because the key is we really need to stop the spread of the virus right now. inevitably a lot of people are going to get the virus, but if everybody gets the virus at the same time, those vulnerable people are going to end up in the hospital, and we're not going to have enough support to deal with them. These are intensive patients, they need a lot of work. So what we have to do is we have to slow down how it spreads. So that's when we talk about social distancing, not going to bars, not going to nightclubs, because those are places where these things spread.
No boot camp.
No boot camp. Yeah, exactly. Not going out to the gym when you're going shopping. Being very vigilant and careful that you're not getting too close to people and that things are being cleaned while you're doing it. Those are the key important things. We need to stop that spread of the virus as quickly as possible.
One kind of pro tip that I would like to personally add that Dr. Nick has given me and my family is we've been checking ourselves every single day. For temperature, maybe Nicole, you could just
Exactly. So yeah, check your temperature. Make sure you don't have a mild fever because that might result in a higher fever. Make sure you're not coughing or have a shortness of breath. And if you are sick, don't go out. Stay at home until you see what's happening. And if you find out that you do have some of these symptoms, go onto the AHS website here in Canada and in Calgary. You can get that, and you can actually get that information about whether or not you're a self-assessment risk. And that'll tell you, do you need to stay at home? Because if you have the virus, you need to stay in your house away from people for 14 days.
So thank you so much, Dr. Nick, for being here today. I really feel like this is helping all of us. Like everybody is actually freaking out. Can you just tell us really quickly what are the major things that we can do to be protected?
Sure. Well, one of the most important things, like I said, is self-isolation. Staying at home as much as possible right now to break that spread. Make sure you wash your hands or sanitize your hands. Soap and water works great. Purell works great. Use all of those things. And don't hoard buy. You don't need 1,000 rolls of toilet paper. You need to make sure everybody has access to those supports and supplies that they need during this difficult time. So just be calm, relax, pat your dog, and be safe.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Nicole. I really, really can't thank you enough. This is so important to all of us. I'm so worried about everybody out there. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. We at GGTV are super concerned about everybody. We are trying to bring you information that is valid, that is current, that is today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have input, please drop it in the comment. Take care, you guys. We love you.